Hi Skin Junkies, and welcome back to my channel where we talk skin, science, and most importantly, ingredients. My name is Kira and I am a licensed esthetician and professional makeup artist, and today we are going to be talking about how to read your ingredients label / skincare bottle / really just understand the product that you are about to have absorbed into your body through your skin. Now today I'm not going to dive deep into all the different ingredients because that would take years. If you do want to know more about skin science and all the different ingredients, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can learn how to be skin smart. Now, understanding what is in your skincare is going to be extremely important for making educated decisions on what you are going to be putting on your skin and what is going to work for you and what is not going to work for you. And there are certain products that are going to be great for some people and horrible for others. So you want to know if a product is actually going to work for you or if it's going to worsen the issues that you already have. Companies have the freedom to put whatever they want on the label to advertise their product and almost trick you into believing that this specific thing is going to cure your skin, or by advertising a certain higher end or obscure ingredient that is going to do wonders on your skin that doesn't have much backed by research or is at a really low concentration on the ingredient list, therefore not really doing anything and giving them an excuse to up the price and market it in a certain way. All you have to do is turn over that box to learn and understand what you're really putting on your skin and if it's going to do what you want it to do. So how do you tell the concentration of ingredients? Well, first off, the ingredients are always going to be listed from highest to lowest in that order, except for once it goes below 1%. Once you hit that 1% mark, companies are allowed to kind of mix it up in whatever order they want to. So what's your skincare even made of? Well, first off, the highest ingredients on the list are usually going to be your base emulsions or your solvents, which are basically going to be, again, the base for the product to sit in. So those are going to be ingredients like water, propanediol, propylene glycol, allobarbatinose leaf juice, or otherwise known as aloe, as well as sometimes alcohol and also glycerin. So these ingredients will often make up about 70, even up to 95% of a product. After that, your next ingredients are going to be a mixture of your actives and also your vehicles or processing aids, as other people would call them. Actives are going to be the ingredients that are actually going to make changes in your skin, like salicylic acid, for example. Processing aids are vehicles, and those can be either texturizers, thickeners, stabilizing agents, or ingredients that are going to help to penetrate those actives. Then you're going to have your preservatives and antioxidants, which are some of the lowest on the ingredient list. And preservatives and antioxidants are usually in the lowest concentration because they only need a very small bit of concentration to do something for your skin, or to, as in preservatives, do something for the product. These ingredients are really good at marking about where you are in your percentage of concentration of ingredients. Now, many preservatives can't be used legally in concentrations above 1%. So you can take these as phenoxyethanol, ethyl hexyl glycerin, parabens, ureas, and that sort of ingredients. Usually when you see those, you're really entering the small ingredient territory. And again, those ingredients can be kind of mishmashed because they're under 1%. So you can kind of get an idea of, are these ingredients actually going to really do something for my skin? Except for in the case of antioxidants. Like I said, antioxidants can be used in very low percentages in order to be effective for the skin. There are also a lot of other products that act as natural antimicrobials that aren't specifically chemical preservatives that can also be used in skincare, but that's a topic for another video. After preservatives should be your fragrance and colorants. Now, fragrance is not something you need to worry so much about unless you have sensitive skin. However, if you see fragrance above 1%, meaning you see it before your preservatives or antioxidants, phenoxyethanol, things that shouldn't be over 1%. If you see that over that, run. Just don't use that product. It's not worth it. And that includes fragrant essential oils like eucalyptus and citrus and lavender and rose, because those things can be irritating to skin over time. Because they are not biomimetic, meaning that they do not mimic the structure of the skin like a lot of other skincare ingredients do, our skin can basically see these as a threat. It can see specific colorants and specific fragrances as a threat if used in large quantities, and can create antihistamines and other things like that in order to protect itself against whatever this foreign chemical is over time. That can happen immediately. That can happen over a month of using this product. That's why I say usually it's not great to have fragrance in your leave-on treatments if they're over 1%. If it's under 1%, it shouldn't matter too much unless your skin is really sensitive or already sensitized. For example, if you use a lot of exfoliating acids, your skin is not going to be as kind to things like fragrance and colorants as it would when it is not being constantly exfoliated. There are also some other ingredients that you can use as markers in an ingredient list to get an idea of what their concentrations are going to be. For example, salicylic acid and retinol cannot be used over 2% in over-the-counter skincare. So you can get those in higher concentrations if they are prescribed to you from your dermatologist, but not just at the drugstore or at Neiman Marcus or wherever you like to shop for your skincare. Also, lactic acid and glycolic acid generally aren't used over 10% in most skincare products, but a lot of the times it will say on the front of the bottle 7% glycolic acid, just as its marketing strategy and showing you how much is in it, if it's going to be too much for your skin or whatnot. So then when you see that on the ingredient list, you'll be able to know, oh, that's a 7% concentration right there. So everything before that is going to be higher and everything after that is going to be lower. Next, people don't take seriously expiration of beauty products, and that includes your makeup. On the front or back of the bottle, or sometimes even underneath the bottle, I'll show you a picture here of what it should look like. You'll have a little jar thing, a little jar with a little opening with a number inside of it, and that number inside of it is going to be the amount of months it takes before the product starts to, I don't want to say disintegrate because that's weird, but before the product starts to go bad or rancid or whatever you'd like to call it. Using a product past its expiration date can be risky business, considering that a product that is past its shelf life usually means the product can be destabilized or turn rancid or be turned irritating to the skin or just not work, and even in some cases cause you to break out. That is because it can start growing its own microscopic mold or bacteria if it is after the expiration date. If you don't think you're going to be able to go through a product fast enough, either just don't buy it, or get a smaller size / travel size, or just be okay with throwing it out when it's past its expiration date, like you do with last week's moldy vegetables. Also, please always read the instructions. I know you may be like, it's something I put on my skin. Why would there need to be instructions? Well, there can be a lot of different factors in each different product. For instance, you may be using something too often, and it may say you should only be using this once or twice or 3 times a week. Or you might apply a product that is meant to be washed off after a certain amount of time and not kept on the skin. Or you might not be storing it in the right conditions. For example, there are certain retinols and vitamin C products that are meant to be stored in cold temperatures, or that can go rancid in warmer temperatures, so they suggest that you put it in a skincare fridge. Lastly, we'll talk about some good ingredients for you based on your skin type. Now, today I'm not going to go into a specific video of how to find your skin type, so if you already know it, this will be good. Otherwise, stay tuned for more videos to come. In my opinion, you should generally avoid alcohols, not fatty alcohols though, and there are also other ingredients like cetyl alcohol and sterile alcohol and stuff like that are actually texturizers and thickeners and not the drying alcohols that you are thinking of. But most of the time you should avoid alcohol in high concentrations, as well as fragrances or fragrant essential oils in high concentrations, especially if you have sensitive skin. Speaking of sensitive skin, the best ingredients for you are going to be green tea, which is an antioxidant you'll usually, again, find lower in the ingredient list. Aloe vera, which is usually going to be a solvent or a something that is going to be high on the ingredient list because it's usually a base. And then also fatty acids and omega-3s, omega-6s, omega-9s. Oatmeal is going to be really good. Centella asiatica extract, Sika, and plant oils that are not fragrant, meaning they are not things that are coming directly from acidic fruits or from flowers. Those are going to be best friends in repairing your skin's barrier. If you're dry, shea butter, jojoba oil, and other plant oils, like I was saying before, not the fragrant plant oils, but other plant oils, glycerin, panthenol, which is also a type of vitamin B5, and hyaluronic acid is going to be amazing for your skin. Now, I recommend hyaluronic acid for every skin type, but especially you dry people out there. Another name that hyaluronic acid goes under is sodium hyaluronate, which is a concentrated form of hyaluronic acid and is usually, say, hydrolyzed. If it says hydrolyzed in front of it, that means it's going to be larger molecules that are going to act more as humectants, meaning draw moisture into the skin. Sometimes you'll have two different types of hyaluronic acid in a product, but if you see hyaluronic acid or sodium hyaluronate in a product, it's going to be good for you. If you have oily skin, white willow bark, which is a type of salicylic acid or a derivative that salicylic acid comes from, is going to be really good. Niacinamide or vitamin B3, zinc, different exfoliating acids like AHAs and BHAs, and retinols are going to work amazingly to help regulate your skin. And lastly, if you are more acne prone, whether you have oily skin or dry skin, just acne prone, irritated skin in general, you're going to want to look for ingredients that I recommended for both oily and for sensitive skin, because you want to calm down all that irritation, but you also want to treat what is going on with your skin, and those will work wonders when paired together. Remember that when in doubt about an ingredient, Google it, sis. There are also some websites that I will link in the description box below. For example, Skin Deep is a really good skincare ingredient and skincare product database if it has the product in there. And that website will tell you if there's any concerns about the ingredients, its toxicity, or contamination possibility, or irritation possibility. Also, Paula's Choice kind of does the same thing, except it's more ingredient focused rather than showing you different products that can be irritating. And then there's also an app that you can get on your phone or your computer called Chemical Maze, which does that exact same thing but for both food and skincare. So I highly recommend those guys if you want to look into ingredients more before waiting for some of my more detailed videos to come. So thank you so much for watching, and if you learned something today, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and comment any questions or video ideas that you may have, and next time I am going to be telling you why your moisturizer may actually be drying you out. So stay tuned for that. If that sounds like something that would interest you, go ahead and please subscribe to my channel, and remember to drink your water and wear your sunscreen, and have a great night or day wherever you are. Bye!